Vin.
I'm sorry.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the Filthy Capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at insori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy merch.
Buy merch indeed. A child shall lead them.
Okay, number 6 on our DJ stream tonight is Nishaiar.
We've got a 7-song DJ stream, bitches.
It's a mega stream.
Yes, sir.
Bewatar from Irix. Zerius. Okay, so Archero is actually the one that requested this.
Oh, this
Shout
is
out to
Archero?
March Madness.
Okay.
From Ethiopia. The band does not publish their lyrics, so one of us actually contacted them to see if the lyrics were available. This was their response. You just need to be silent and you will find all the words you are looking for. We suggest you follow the band's advice as you listen. We shall.
Well, I didn't want to follow that advice, so I tried to find the lyrics, and he's right. They're like literally nowhere to be found.
Okay.
So this is very interesting. I got to tell you guys, I'm not a fan of that at all, because you guys know how I am with lyrics.
I know.
I like to look at them, but you know what? There's a reason for everything. So
Yep.
I actually respect the hell out of that band for doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I respect that.
Oh yeah, me too.
So this song I'm actually the most excited to hear now.
Me too. When I posted that on there, I was like, okay.
Let's try it. Archero's in the house, by the way.
Yep.
Look at this, babe. This is what it looks like. This is what they look like. That's the cover of the thingamajiggy.
The album cover?
That's amazing.
Whoa, how long was the song?
Look at that. It's 5 minutes.
It's too short.
Wow.
Okay, listen, I basically never feel like a song is too short. But I literally feel sad that song is done.
I'm okay. We haven't listened to that KMFDM thing yet, but this has been my favorite stream. Favorite DJ stream so far. It's just so broad as far as
yes. Yes.
And we've got one more song to do, but this stream is hitting like different parts of that are it's almost kind of like what I was talking about with my guitar teacher, where he's like, you stay in this mode too long, use this one.
Yep.
So it's just hitting different places that yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, there's just like a real deep, like kind of tribal, earthy feel to it that that brought you into the ground while simultaneously bringing you out. So it was a very holistic sort of feel. I couldn't understand anything in the lyrics.
I know, and I love that.
Yeah.
I'm actually really glad that. So first of all, number one, whoever reached out to the band and the band responded.
Archero did.
Okay, so Archero, you need to text me because I need to find this person. Number one, I need to have I don't even know if I would publish the interview. Honestly. Like, there is so much. I am so connected to this band right now. Like, you have no idea. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're from Ethiopia, number one. Mm-hmm. The blood of my ancestors rests in my chest. But, yeah. So, that's an offline conversation, Archero. I need to find this guy. We need to have a conversation. That's one. God, man. Like,
beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
It was a holy moment for me, man. Mm-hmm. And I know, like, it's 2021 and people, like, we're modern now, blah, blah, blah. And, like, that's one of the... Listening to Jordan Peterson, he was talking... He almost changed my mind. I don't think he completely changed my mind.
As far as what?
On this topic, but it was close. He said... He was talking about, like, European architecture and art and how beautiful Europe is. Mm-hmm. Then he was talking about Canada and he's like, it's just blah, man. He's like, he basically saying we need to do that, we need to make some culture and all the rest of it. Of course, there's always a back and forth about why would you spend so much money on the Sistine Chapel and there's poor people.
Yeah.
Right? And then there's always and of course the Roman Catholic response to that was to talk about the woman with the widow's mite. No, that broke the alabaster jar.
Oh.
And then Judas was saying this could have been
used
given to the poor. So the Catholics say, anytime you hear a Protestant say that, you know they're identifying themselves as Judas. It's a very
well played. Well played.
Well, it's strong rhetorically. Obviously, there's lots of ways to deconstruct that argument, but I really, until I heard Jordan Peterson talk about it, I really didn't make the connection. But basically his argument was that beauty, particularly beauty done by artists at the peak of their powers, is, he didn't say this, but this was the logical ramifications, as necessary for human survival and flourishing as eating would be.
Well... I do think the arts are very important.
Well, what's really interesting, this music makes me want to ponder the circumambulation of the transcendental columns of singularity. It's true. Mm-hmm. He's right. He's right about that. But it's a really interesting thing. It's like, what is it about art that does that, right? Like, yeah. And I think... What I've come to, I'm saying what I've come to as if I've thought of it. It just came to me just now, to be honest with you. But we talk about left brain versus right brain. We talk about the dichotomy between order and chaos.
Yep.
Or conservatism versus novelty versus boredom. If you have too much novelty, it metastasizes into chaos. If you have too much order, it metastasizes into boredom, or even worse, fascism.
Yep.
And we're constantly trying to find the mix of both of them. And then I look at art, and you say, well, what is art? Art is a way of combining novelty, right? And in that simplicity simultaneously.
Yeah.
So like if I go to the Sistine Chapel, I'm seeing something that you're not going to see. Mm-hmm. But what makes it so good is the fact that it is so rigid in its dimensions. Mm-hmm. It's not like and really, the Picasso thing is a different thing. Like he's got all these elongated, things which definitely hits on novelty, but it doesn't hit on the consistency side, right? So when you have good art, when you have a good song like this, there is still that left brain sort of conservative, hey, this is music. I mean, it wasn't chaos, but simultaneous to that, it's not something you hear all the time. So I think one of the reasons that art is necessary for us is it kind of resets the brain and says, this is a perfect way to blend consistency and novelty simultaneously to where you don't have boredom, but you don't have chaos. You don't have fascism, but you don't have anarchy.
Yeah.
And it's we need that because it's a way of focusing us back to that and centering and getting yourself back in the middle, because you're standing in the middle of a stream. You've got one stream over here with the consistency, another stream of novelty, and they kind of like collapse all over you.
Wow.
And that's what's happening when you're at a rock show. And that's why we don't like it when the rock star comes out in sandals. Because it's like, no, I want novelty.
Right.
Do something weird, Marilyn. But at the same time, like the band can't go out there and just go. That's why people say so-and-so sucks live. It's because they're not being consistent with what
that's
you
so
heard.
interesting.
So yeah, like the whole novelty versus, consistency thing and that struggle that human beings have all the time, like gets completely and perfectly harmonized in art. And so like I'm listening to this song and I love that there is no lyrics and some of the inspiring parts just catch you off guard. Like it's just very, very intricate, amazing band, man.
Yeah.
Amazing band.
I liked the way somebody said in the comment section that it felt longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah. But he
said
like in a good way.
Yeah. It did and it didn't. Like it did feel longer than 5 minutes, but also it felt way too short and didn't even feel like 5 minutes at all. And I liked the way, like sometimes I feel like music or art takes me through a journey that goes like from the past all the way up till the present. And so
facts.
There's all these places that you feel like you went. I know it sounds really strange, but
that's
places that you never were. Mm-hmm.
Ben said, I've seen pictures of the Sistine. I don't find the art aesthetically pleasing. That's Ben Webb. This is not aesthetically pleasing. Okay, continue. Go ahead. Weirdo.
Send us pictures of your living room, Ben.
Yeah. This guy.
Anyway, yeah, so I just love that stuff. And like I said, I've said it before, I just love the way, like there's something about feeling connected to like nature and to something deeper or bigger than yourself. And I think part of that is the connection to, so I'm not trying to start a fight here, but Lord. Like the CRT and stuff, like the whole idea of, honey, just wrap it up and put it in our room, like the usual, what we say, just wrap it up, put it in the room. Anyway, like the whole idea that there is only one race, we've broken it up by like color and, location or whatever, but it's really, we're all one race of people. And so that kind of feeling that just kind of connects you through everybody and kind of draws us all in together as one. Like it has, I don't know. I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah. And And I love that there were not lyrics because it gets you're able to create your own lyrics. Mm-hmm. And I'm just very excited I'm going to break one of my rules, because usually what ends up happening and what I usually say is, damn, I hope somebody requests this, this again. But I'm just going to find this fucking album, bro. I'm going to listen to this
No joke,
shit.
babe. I was going to convince you to do that when we got off the stream.
100%.
I was going to say, babe, let's just chill out and put that whole album up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I am with that.
Look at Jambi. Visiting the Sistine Chapel was as close as I've come to a spiritual experience, but then I snapped back to my senses as I walked out. See? That and art is a connecting point to the next world, man. And Jambi got scared, so he left because he wants to continue this fairy tale that the sky is empty, so he can watch as much. Anyway.
Wow, I snapped back to my senses and I walked out. That's very interesting.
I wouldn't mind Vin and Sori talking over synth as a podcast for meditation. Ooh. I am really, 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 really interested in that. I think we're going to do something like that. We're going to do a project like that.
Yeah.
You know that 33 one?
Yeah.
Our favorite one? That whole little thing? Yeah. And then, find an animator.
Yep.
Or maybe even just those shapes. Mm-hmm. We should really try that.
I totally agree.
That's a good idea, Dethroner. We'll send you the first little clip, Dethroner, if we actually end up doing that. But I think that's good. But yeah, man, this was amazing. So amazing song.
Babe, do you remember that band? Maybe you guys can help me out.
Dethroner, if we don't get that to you in 7 days, I'm being serious, bro. Send me an email, vinandsori@gmail.com. Because I really, 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 really want to jump in on that, dead ass. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. What were we going to say?
So, there was a band that we listened to. It was a live show. The stage was over the top. There was, or maybe they were outside. It looked like a bunch of kind of old dead branches all intertwined together. And there was people doing this kind of a weird dance in the front.
Yeah,
remember that band?
Yeah, I forgot the name of that band.
Do you guys know which one I'm talking about? That band reminded me of this one because they kind of, when they have that low sort of...
Yeah, the throat singing, yeah.
That sort of sound. If somebody could shut our door, that would be awesome. Instead of doing all of that slamming and walking around. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Anyway, so, yeah, it reminded me of that band.
Yes, it did. Mm-hmm. It did. Although, obviously, the Ethiopia thing for me was
much
huge.
deeper.
Yeah, much.
Oh, of course.
Much deeper.
Of course it would be. Yeah.
I don't know if it was Helung. It was close to Helung, but it wasn't explicitly them. But I said they sounded like Helung, though. My closest spiritual experience was Kumbh Mela Festival in India. Sometimes I think my mind made up all the surreal things I've seen. No.
No. Hold on.
Your mind did not make up. That's not them. That's not them.
No, it's not. That's not the band.
Yeah, I promise you, that's not the band.
I know for sure
okay,
it's not.
Where do you get the song?
I mean, how can you say this? Okay, this is gonna surprise you guys. This one, I'm not gonna rate because it was that.
It's too holy. Yeah.
It was that meaningful to me. It's just, I can't put a number on something that was that good.
Yeah. Archero, you got to get me in contact with this guy, bro. I'm serious. I'm going to rate it. I respect the hell out of what you're saying. I'm going to rate it, though, just because I want them to get the... Ethiopia goes way back in Christianity. Yes, it does.
If I was to rate it, it would be an 11.
Good catch. What'd you say?
Nothing. Go ahead.
This is an 11 for me. It's an 11 for me. Really good song. And like I said, I'm gonna listen to this entire fucking record when I pass out. So
for sure,
I'm trying to make sure that and there's that spot.
Shoot, you know what we need to get for our room? You know how they have those things that it makes the stars kind of go around? We need one of those.
I saw one of those on Instagram, And I reached out to the person, and I was like, "Hey, blah blah blah, send us a couple things. We'll do a thing." She's like, "Yeah, we would have. We just went out of business."
Oh.
Yeah, but I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's such a good song. I've never heard anything like that before in my life. These guys got something else going on.
Was it Wardruna?
No, it was not Wardruna. Okay, 11 for me. Silent count for you. I think this is the first non-tragic silent count we've ever done.
It is.
So that's a holy count.
You have a cute laugh. All right, well, there you have it.
Yeah, I just keep talking about this song because I don't want the review to end, but
There
it's
you
not
have
like
it.
The music's going to go away.
No, it's not. No, it's not. We're about to go into the next review anyway.
There you are.
It's not
dear
over
listener.
yet.
Vin out.
Sorry out.
Down.
Goodbye.